so much. I first just want to say a huge thank you to our amazing advocates and academic leaders who have traveled from across the country to be with us today. We need the reinforcement, so thank you for making the time, especially during a busy holiday season, to be with us here in the state capitol. My name is Eskamani. I'm so proud to serve District 42 in the Florida State House Legislature, and of course to be a passionate advocate for both academic freedom and the power of higher education. Right now, we're at a precipice when it comes to the future of higher education in Florida. This was mentioned already, but I really want to emphasize just the incredible transformational effect of public higher education and how it is a tool for the public good, for the collective good. Higher education equips individuals with specialized knowledge and skills in various fields. This expertise is essential for addressing complex societal challenges and contributes to the overall advancement of knowledge. Whatever the field, it is transformational. Universities cultivate critical thinking skills, teaching students to analyze information, question assumptions, and solve problems, skills that we could desperately use here in the Florida legislature. Higher education institutions are also hubs of research and innovation, not only helping to bring cures for things like cancer, but in ensuring that we're bringing grant dollars to our state institutions, that we are shining a light on some of our most wicked problems and ensuring that no person is left behind. We also know that folks who seek higher education are more likely to participate in civic activities, vote, and contribute to overall community development. No wonder there is an attack in higher education. When people have more information, people will vote. We also know that higher education is a powerful tool to breaking the cycle of poverty, especially public education. That's why I always stress that every culture war really is a class war. And I look back at my own childhood, growing up in Orlando as a daughter of immigrants and a working class family. My parents came from different parts of Iran, but met each other working at the same donut shop in Orlando. My dad was able to go to the University of Central Florida while raising 3 kids. My mom worked at Kmart. And I have many memories as a young girl playing at UCF, looking for the kids' books in the library. Of course, those didn't exist, but I will tell you that when my dad was able to get a degree in electrical engineering, that ensured that he could have a job, which made sure he had private insurance, which could cover the cost of raising a family. And though my mom passed away in 2004 when I was 13 years old, she instilled in me a deep, deep commitment to higher education. And myself, my twin sister, and my big brother would all go to UCF, graduate ourselves with honors, and I'm now getting my PhD in public administration with a goal of defending prospectus in January and dissertation in the summer of 2024. So when I say that higher education is transformational, you can just look at stories like mine. That is the power of higher education to ensure that we are disrupting the cycle of poverty, that we are allowing families to have a chance to succeed, and that little brown girls like me can see ourselves in our text. I'm a proud graduate of Women and Gender Studies. I know the transformational power of these programs, allowing me to read stories of Iranian women fighting for their rights, to volunteer at organizations like Dress for Success that help women make a tailored transition to the workforce while reading about the challenges women face who are just as impacted. And then meeting those women while I'm helping them at a nonprofit get the resources they need to get that job. Again, that is the power of higher education. I am proud of my degrees from the University of Central Florida, but we want that pride to be sustained for generations to come. Many individuals have expressed a concern of the value of their degrees here in Florida, with also many parents reconsidering their prepay plans, reconsidering if they want their child to go to a Florida public university. As one professor said in this landmark report, in general, we have a state where cronyism and pay to play is strongly at work. And you don't have to go that far to see those examples. You can find those examples across the state and especially at New College. The claims by the far right and my colleagues here in legislature that higher education is indoctrinating students is projection. And you can see that taking place in the K-12 environment and in higher education. Any accusations of indoctrination, folks need to look in the mirror and self-reflect, because they are the ones who are pushing their propaganda into our classrooms. We are losing talent in the Sunshine State. We are losing the top talent of students and faculty. This is bigger than grifters at New College getting gluttonous salaries, bigger than the partisan rhetoric out of this legislature. We're talking about an erosion of higher education that will not only make Florida less competitive nationally, but it will lead to our students not knowing their power, not being prepared to work and contribute to a global environment. It also, of course, impacts our accreditation. If we lose accreditation in our universities, we lose the ability to tap into federal programs, including student loan programs and so forth. It would be decimating the entire higher educational environment. Many students will no longer have access, and of course, our degrees would become worthless. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the last Board of Governors meeting that took place at my alma mater, UCF, which I was there. They cut off public testimony against the ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion within 15 minutes. And of course, it was also during this meeting where our educational commissioner filed an amendment to remove sociology as a general education course. I took sociology as a general education course. My twin sister did too, and she actually double majored in sociology. Sociology is an incredibly important discipline that helps us to better understand the world around us, and it leads to many fields, whether you continue in academia or become a social worker, a mental counselor, perhaps you work in drug and substance abuse disorder spaces. Sociology is a very important discipline, and if you remove it as a general education course, you are essentially decimating this department, decimating this program. The next BOG meeting will be here in Tallahassee at FSU, January 24th and 25th, and I do encourage folks to be there and to show your opposition to these rules. I stand for the protection of higher education. I stand for academic freedom because I know the transformational power of public higher education that it has in society here in the state, and how essential it is for the health and well-being of all Floridians. Even if you don't go to a Florida university or college, or you went to a university and college somewhere else, or you never went to university or college, everyone benefits from strong higher educational public institutions. This report is essential to understanding the fight we face and what we can do about it. So I thank everyone for being here, and we will take some questions if folks have it. Thank you so much.